Now that the dust has settled after the reveal of the Black Ops 6 Zombies game mode, I thought I'd sit here and have an honest conversation about how I'm feeling about the game. And I'm not going to waste your time, I'll tell you guys generally how I feel right at the start before we get more in depth. I think we're back. Like, honestly, everything I've seen about this, I'm absolutely loving. And to really show how much I'm liking everything, if I look at like my biggest problem with everything, it has to be with the new perk Melee Macchiato. I think that's probably going to be useless. But if that's my biggest problem out of anything revealed, I think we're in a really good place. Like, I really feel that. And it makes sense because Treyarch themselves has said what they're trying to do with this game. They're trying to get the best parts of Black Ops 3 and the best parts of Cold War Zombies and combining them into making the best possible game. And if they could choose from any two games to combine, I think those are the perfect two to combine. But to explain to you guys exactly why I'm excited for this, we're going to break this down into three different sections: the gameplay, maps, and story. And let's talk about the gameplay, because you'll see a common theme here. There's a lot of things combining both Black Ops 3 and Cold War. Because if you think about the Black Ops 3 features in terms of gameplay, obviously you're going to have the Gobblegum system returning, which I think is probably going to be done pretty well. Everything I've seen about it just seems really cool, especially how you earn Gobblegums now. It's just so much better. And if you guys want to know more about the Gobblegum system and how it's going to work, I made a full video explaining exactly how it's going to work. It's linked on screen now. But then, of course, another Black Ops 3 feature is returning is Black Ops 3 style Easter eggs. That's what they straight up told us, that we no longer are going to have Cold War easy Easter eggs. We're having challenging Easter eggs again in this game. I absolutely love to see stuff like that. It's something it's just amazing. And hopefully alongside with that and the Gobblegum system, we have returning speedrunning and also just people going crazy and doing crazy things with Gobblegums around these maps. And then of course we look at the Black Ops, then of course we look at the Cold War side of this. We see a lot of the major features returning, whether it's the armor system, perk system, upgrade system, or anything like that. A lot of that is returning, but it is all slightly shifted similar to the Gobblegum systems. Changes that I think are for the better, especially with the perks and their upgrades, or the upgrades in general. You're no longer upgrading them outside the game in the menus, you're now upgrading them in game, which is my biggest complaint about the Cold War system. Things upgrading outside the game was just not what Zombies was to me, so I'm so glad to see now that perk upgrades are going to be in game. And hopefully alongside all these systems, we'll see the return of super fun casual play and super fun high round play, and also a fun grind that we can have for whatever the mastery camos are going to be. But it's not just the returning features that I'm really liking. I also love the new features that they said, and this one mainly includes that we can now have a save state in Zombies. Literally, you can pause your game, save it, quit, and come back another day and resume exactly where you were before. That is something I absolutely love. That's going to make high round play super fun. It's going to make freaking something comes up and ruins your game no longer ruining your game. And also they have a recovery system. If your game crashes, your internet goes out, it'll make an automatic save state that will bring you back to where you were at that spot. Like, all of that is amazing, and it doesn't stop there. They're also having a guided mode, something that I had argued for years ago. And what this guided mode is, at least a general idea of it, is that sometime after the Easter egg gets solved, they're going to drop the guided mode, and this is going to walk you through the Easter egg. And that's something I've been saying they should do for casual players forever, because a lot of casual players don't even know where to look for Easter egg guides sometimes. You know, they don't know what they're doing. But if a game literally guides you through it in game, I think a lot more people will be able to experience the Easter egg. I'm glad they're doing it, and I really hope it works out. Again, if you want to know more about the save states and the guided mode, I made a full video breaking that down too. You guys can check it out. It'll be linked on screen. But overall, I'm just loving a lot of the systems that they're bringing with this game. It just seems like they're doing a lot of things right with the mechanics of this game. But of course, this brings us to the next thing, and this is going to be the maps. Now, we haven't seen too much of Liberty Falls, just a little clip. The jet gun is for some reason returning. Hopefully it's good now, but we won't really talk about it because we don't know much about it. So instead, let's talk about Terminus. This map is huge. I mean, some people are saying it's bigger than Transit. If it is, that'd be crazy, and that's just insane. But overall, the map looks amazing. Like, every single area just looks like really cool. Outside area, rainy area, the little prison area, the water area where there's a giant tentacle beast trying to keep you out there. Also, the return of Cthulhu / Lovecraft is back in this, which is really cool. Like, all of that just looks really cool. Not to mention the laboratory area also looks really cool. Like, there's a lot of things that I didn't expect out of this map just look really cool. And this is kind of a returning thing to Zombies, that we now have unique, original, in-depth maps returning to Zombies. No longer these reused maps from multiplayer, campaign, or Warzone or something like that. We are getting unique Zombies maps again, which is something I've been begging for so long. Now, if I did have a worry about this map, is that the map might be too big potentially, and it might be overwhelming in that sense, and I hope they balance it right, especially the watery areas, even though I think there's really cool things about that. But that's really my only worry about it. Now, like a lot of everything I'm saying here, we won't really know until we actually get our hands on it ourselves, but so far I think the map looks really, really cool. And one thing I really like about the map is not only is something I noticed in the gameplay, is that return of the character of the map, things that are unique to this map, the music that plays when you enter a new area. Pay attention to the gameplay, that is all back too. And this is a perfect transition into the final subject of this video, the story. And I mean, what could I say? Character is back to zombies, not only through the maps that we've already talked about, but through the literal characters. We actually have playable characters again. That's kind of old news, but you know, they're still back. But one thing that is new about these characters is that not only our characters are back, but it's also been confirmed by Treyarch themselves that conversational quotes between the characters are back. And anybody that's been subscribed to me for a while now would know that's literally how I kind of got my start on YouTube. Like, I was uploading videos about the conversational quotes. They were like my first videos that ever blew up, and now they're back. So I'm not complaining about them. They're a pain to collect. They really do take a lot of work, but I'll do it because they're definitely worth it, and hopefully we'll learn something new through the story. But really the main thing I want to talk about this story is that for the first time in this Dark Ether story, I'm actually excited. And the reason is because of the main themes of this map. The first one is that our characters are going to go try to hunt down and kill Richtofen, which is insane that Richtofen is now the antagonist instead of one of our heroes that we play as. Now, of course, I don't think our characters are going to succeed at that. It's Richtofen after all. But it's really cool to see that this role reversal here, just this manhunt for Richtofen, seems to be the main theme. But on top of the main theme of this story, we also have the things in the background. We have Mr. Peaks, what's going on with him? Samantha's still trapped in the Dark Ether, and also what's going on with Richtofen's son, and also what's happening with the balance of the Dark Ether now that the Forsaken is gone. A lot of themes just all there in the background, making it incredibly interesting, which is something I can't say I felt for the Dark Ether in ever. But regardless though, those are my thoughts on all of this, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. Are you guys in agreement with me that a lot of this is very, very exciting, or is there some issues you guys are worried about? Let me know all your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Regardless though, that's going to wrap it up for me. If you guys did enjoy the video, I appreciate it if you guys dropped a like, subscribe, bell, share, any of that great stuff. But I'm going to go, and I'll catch you guys next stream, video, whatever the heck it may be, and laters guys.